Hi friends, welcome back to the end of week 3 on my journey using Banker Expert Advisor by Team Pal. When I posted my very first 1 or 2 videos about Banker EA, I already started getting comments like this. How's your live trading going with Banker Expert Advisor? And what's the success rate so far? These comments were made a few weeks ago and I'm only 3 weeks into my journey. Let's take a step back and see what we've learned so far on my journey and what we can learn from other people. Team Pal do have their own YouTube channel, and if you check out some of the videos, you find a lot of them are testimonials and people sharing their own experiences with Banker Expert Advisor. I've watched quite a few of those videos myself, and the common theme among the interview videos is that originally a lot of the people were struggling, but after a few months of hard work, they finally found the way of trading that worked for them. And generally after about a year to a year and a half, they started to see consistency with their own trading. There was one interview in particular that I remember specifically. It was about a guy who was really struggling with his success. So he called up Darren and asked him for some advice. And Darren said, why don't you just monitor it for 6 months? And that's exactly what the guy did. He just put it on a demo account, waited 6 months, and after the end of the 6 months, he started to analyze his results, compared the back test versus the forward test, and after that 6 month demo period, he had gained the confidence and believed in his system enough to start finding consistency with his strategy. Now, I have no intentions of demo trading this for 6 months, which is why I went and built my own special drawdown calculator and dashboard so I can really nerd in and compress all the lessons I can possibly learn in about 80 different set files. I don't want to bore you with the technical details because I have gone through the dashboard in week 0 of my video series. Today I'm just going to go through how my live trading has gone so far since I picked a few set files for my live trading. Here is the first portfolio that I've got. Up above is the cumulative profit, and down below is the floating profit and loss, which I have synced to my database every hour. And these are just using the set files provided by Darren. I've chosen the Aussie Swiss franc against the trend and the Aussie Swiss franc range pairs. And the first bit in the front here is just demo testing, and I started copying this account to my live trading on the 28th of May, so about a week now. And based on the historical drawdowns that I saw was about 3,400 with approximate returns of 2,900. And since I started copying this account, there hasn't been that much drawdown. Notice below that the magic number is 200 and 220. In Traders Connect, which is a web-based trade copier that I am using to trade from my master account to my slave accounts, see I've got here 200 and 220 as my filter. And in my MT4 terminal, which you don't need to have open, I'm just showing it here for illustration purposes, you can see every single trade since the 27th of May. There have only been a handful, but you can see them on the chart. They've all coincidentally been sell trades and they all have been profitable. The second portfolio that I have is also using set files provided by Darren, and here I'm using 3 different gold strategies against the trend, range and trend, which correspond to the 3 squiggly lines you see up top. And I also started copying this about a week ago. So you can see only the red line has continued trading in the past week. The orange and yellow lines have not been trading, which is fine. So the 3 magic numbers, 2,900, 2,910 and 2,921, I'm also copying in my Traders Connect. And since I've been trading them, there haven't been that much drawdown. The biggest drawdown I saw was about $706, which made approximately $1,088 in my cent account. Unfortunately, I can't show you these trades on a chart because my broker has gone and archived my trades. The third portfolio, again using the files from Darren, consists of a pound US range and trend strategy. And this also started off about a week ago when I started copying this account. Notice the drawdown here was reasonably large at 7,000. However, if we take a look at the historical drawdown when we were demo testing it, it was also at about the 8,000 mark. So it is in line with our expectations. In Traders Connect, this particular account is showing as making $209 in the past week of trading. But take a look at the drawdown. The lowest equity according to Traders Connect is just under 1,000, which is very different. to my own dashboard, which I sync to a database every single hour, which is reporting a drawdown of about 7,700. The best free drawdown tracking tool that I have used is the FX Blue Publisher app, which I do use on my other accounts where I publish every single 5 minutes, and this is pretty accurate. And the fourth portfolio I have again is using Darren set files, Euro US, against trend, range and trend pairs. And the biggest drawdown that I saw while I was demo testing was 2,341. And in the past week where I've been trading this account from my slave to my master, we've seen a biggest drawdown of about $337. And in Traders Connect, you can see this has made a profit of $105 in the past week of trading. And here are all the trades so far on this account. These are sent accounts that I'm currently using in replacement of demo accounts. And sent accounts are really good because they give you a taste for how the system would work before you're trading much bigger money. If you're not familiar with a sent account, it's when you turn your $100 into $10,000. So these accounts that look like they're $100,000 accounts is actually not, it's only $1,000. Sent accounts are really good in replacement for demo accounts because it helps you get trading with real money if you don't have a lot of it, and it helps you understand the psychology of seeing big drawdowns like that $7,000 one we saw in my sent account. If that was a $7,000 real holding loss, I would be pretty freaked out, which is why I'm not in any rush to go and start losing money on larger accounts. I have tested a lot of different grid and martingale expert advisors in the past year, and the one thing that I've seen consistent with all of them is that generally the profits are small, but they slowly bank up over time. But when you see losses, they are generally pretty big. So the way I have been trading it quite recently is instead of having all my money in one big account and trading it very conservatively, like you see in this picture here. Instead, I'm going to split it up into little bite-sized chunks. Most of my money will be safe, and a small portion of it I will split up into 3 or 4 different accounts, and I will trade each of these accounts rather aggressively, trying to double them in approximately maybe 2 or 3 months. And occasionally 1 or 2 accounts might blow, but that is the strategy I'm going to take. I know most people will be using Banker EA to use on prop firm challenges, where the idea is you continually take more and more prop firm challenges, and occasionally some will blow, but hopefully the money you get from prop firms will exceed the money that you put in buying a prop firm challenge. Personally, from my experience with prop firms, I am not a fan of the business model, so which is why I prefer to trade with my own money, even if it is sent accounts. But right now, as of recording, 3 weeks into my journey with Banker EA, I don't have enough data to make a decision on how big my pie slices will be, how aggressive I want to be. Do I want to double my account in 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months? Which currencies should I choose? All that is still very early in the game, which is why I'm going to take it slow. Once I am confident and have enough data gathered, then I will slowly try to make and double my small accounts before moving on to bigger ones.